Okay, so this video is about graphing absolute value functions. In order to graph absolute value functions, you need to remember what the parent function looks like. So we'll start by graphing that. And we will do that by making a t-chart and then sketching what it looks like. So I'm going to look at the x values -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So when x is -2, y is the absolute value of -2, which is +2. When x is -1, y is equal to the absolute value of -1, which is 1. When x is 0, y is equal to the absolute value of 0. And when y is 1, when x is 1, well, y is equal to 1. And when x is 2, y is 2. So I'm going to start by plotting these points. So -2, 2, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2. So once you see this, you remember that the parent function is shaped like a V. You want to remember to add your arrows. Okay, this is the basic function. We want to remember that this point where it changes direction is the vertex. And notice it has a slope of 1 on this side, up 1 over 1, and on this side it has a slope of -1. Okay, so this is your basic function. All absolute value functions have a V shape. Okay, so let's think about the steps now in sketching the graph of an absolute value function. Okay, so this is the general form. Okay, so absolute value functions are y equals a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. And h and k determine the vertex. So the first thing you want to do is plot the vertex. Which is always the opposite of the term that is with the x. So positive h if it's negative, and then it would be negative if this term is a plus, comma, k. All right, so this one always has the opposite sign. All right, so that's your first step. All right, step 2 is to consider whether a is positive or negative. Okay, so if a is positive, that means our V opens up. Okay, the V looks like this. If a is negative, then our V opens down. It looks like this. All right, and then step 3 is to use the slope A. Okay, so the A term determines whether it opens up or down, and it is also the slope. So let's look at a couple and go through these 3 steps. All right, so my basic form is y equals a times x minus h plus k. So step 1 is to find the vertex. Now, if one of the h or the k is missing, that means that it is 0. So since we just have an x without any number with it in the absolute value, h is going to be 0 and k is 9. Sadly, that doesn't fit on my graph. 1, 2, 3. We'll have to scale it. So let's go by 2s. Alright, so 0, 9 is my vertex. Okay, and let's scale both of these by 2. Okay, next I want to think about whether it opens up or down. It opens up because A is positive. A is 1. And then the last step is to think about the slope. The slope is 1 because A is 1. If there's nothing here, then we know that A is 1. So from here you would go up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. And we're going to draw our V. And we're going to remember to add the arrows because this graph continues on. Okay, here's the second example. So y equals -2 times the absolute value of x plus 4 plus 1. So again, step 1, find the vertex. The vertex is the opposite of this one, comma this one. So -4, comma, +1. -4, 1. So the first thing I do is plot the vertex. I know it opens down because A is negative. And then I'm going to draw the slope. My slope is going to be 2. So because it opens down, I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And I'm going to draw my V. Add the arrows, and we're done.